Greetings, Ushanev here on Brook Lamar. Posting this one pretty much only because it's my highest objective points score ever. I wind up with 26,000 objective points, and I'm sure there are at least a couple of you out there going, well, God, I've scored higher than that. And if you have, congratulations. That definitely means that you were killing a lot of ball carriers and probably right by your end zone after they've gotten past that last fire pit. Now, I have come to be of the opinion that getting an objective score in Huttball over about 15,000 isn't necessarily desirable. And the reason is, like I said, in order to achieve it, you pretty much have to be killing enemy, make a stop there that I'm proud of. You have to be killing enemy ball carriers when they're past the second fire pit and when they're just about ready to get across the end zone. Now, obviously, it's better to kill a ball carrier than not in that situation. But if you're doing it with any regularity, then your team is in trouble. The game in its current iteration, at least, overvalues, in my opinion, kills. Here I drop into the pit. Never a good idea. I have yet to record dropping into the pit after a ball carrier and decided, wow, that was the right decision. Just don't do it. The game overvalues killing enemy ball carriers near your own end zone. As far as I can tell, you get about 2,000 bonus defense points for killing a ball carrier in that position. And doing it once or maybe twice in a game is fine, but doing it multiple times means that your team is not effectively controlling mid, is not effectively killing ball carriers around the first fire pit, which is where you want to make a stand if possible. Okay, on to the actual commentary for this game. So someone has filled Mondigo's resolve. Actually, I did that. It was a last resort. I thought it was the only chance to stop them in there in that particular instance. They were on the fire pit. I went ahead and used. So here's the first kill, right by our end zone. Managed to get him. I used Dazzle Grenade, Flashbang. They were on the fire pit, but it's only a mez. It's not a true stun, and definitely not ideal. So definitely avoid that if you possibly can. Hems with a nice grab and a quick pass. I try to avoid the knockback and don't quite make it. Hems definitely controlling the mid the best on this team, which is certainly no mean feat as a healer. Mondigo does not give chase here after I mez him, so someone either knocked him off the platform when he's out of frame, or he decided it was better to stay mid and grab the ball. So this game starts off well enough. I should not be shooting Mon here. I should have cloaked as soon as I scored. Here's an opportunity to talk about something that I see a lot from new players and players who have bad habits, is breaking CC when you don't have to, especially when you don't have a full resolve bar. But really any time when it's not absolutely necessary. I hear over and over again people who don't pass the ball in time, or not in Huttball, in Alderaan or Voidstar, they wind up getting CC'd and the door gets bombed or whatever. So here I get rewarded for not breaking it earlier. And I ask them why, and they say, well, I was stunned. And I asked, why wasn't your CC breakup? Well, I used it earlier. That you need to save it until it's absolutely necessary to use it, because it's only, it's a 2-minute cooldown. I'm sure for many of you that's obvious, but if you're blowing your CC and it's not a desperate situation, then you're probably doing it wrong. In Huttball, if you're going to break a CC, particularly without a full resolve bar, you need to be ready to make a pass almost immediately. If you break it and you don't have a full resolve bar, you need to be ready to make a pass in less than 1 second, literally less than 1 second, if you do not have that white resolve bar when you break CC. Because someone is going to stun you again. This time Mondigo's resolve bar was filled, and it was not my fault. Especially with assassins and jugs. Don't fill those resolve bars. You're playing with fire. Here I get a chance to show off one of the 1,000,001 uses of flashbang. I actually did not want to get either of them in the fire there. Mondigo winds up dying in the fire. I did not want to respawn them, but I got him as soon as I could, and unfortunately, one round wound up in the fire. Here I'm trying to stay. Here I was trying to stay step for step with that Sork, so he couldn't run across the fire and catch a pass, or make an easy grab across the fire. And I wind up running right off the edge of the platform. Don't do that. That makes you look really stupid. On with the nice pull there. I almost got out of the fire, but not quite. So earlier I was talking about not breaking CC unless you're in a desperate situation. What qualifies as desperate? Being on a fire plate, obviously. If you have the ball, or if you are one of the few defenders, perhaps the sole defender, in a position to stop a ball carrier, then, okay, you are allowed to break CC. Otherwise, in a Huttball, there aren't very many situations. Occasionally, being in an acid bath, if you are the ball carrier and you are stunned and you have someone that you can pass to immediately, and it's a high probability of a score, then go ahead. If you're just passing and you're just in the middle of nowhere and it's probably not going to go anywhere, don't waste the CC break. In that last situation, someone burned me down incredibly fast. I was really surprised. Here, I'm pressing the wrong button. As you can see, it's saying not ready yet. Really annoying. Talking about using CC breaks. That was a desperate situation right there. Unfortunately, caused by my own incompetence, not being able to find the right button. So try not to do that, obviously. I do have to load a 2-minute cooldown there to keep Mon from grabbing the ball and scoring right away. On to the fire pit. Never gets old. I believe Scylla with a good pass there. He's going to die otherwise. Mon with the extremely annoying pull. Somebody breaks the mez. Just bad all around. I'm not quite sure what I was trying to do with that pass. It was halfway in between trying to pass it to Hems, knowing that Hems would die a few seconds later, or throwing it away. In retrospect, I definitely should have thrown it away. But I should have made a choice one way or the other, either pass to Hems or throw it away, but not halfway in between, which winds up being intercepted. Don't grab the ball and then go to the air vents. That's just dumb. So Serath here winds up right next to 2 or 3 guys from our team, quickly dies. Come on, Leaker, pass it to me. Come on, do it. So here the one ball carrier is doing a pretty good job of not trying to walk it across the fire pit when he's got other options available. He's got 4 or 5 other team members. He should be able to get it in. I get a timely crit here, otherwise we'd be in trouble. I guess Serath's pole is just down here, or he wasn't ready for the ball carrier to be burned so fast. Ball carrier's resolve bar gets filled. Not a good idea. At this point, I should be going back mid here because I don't have any of my CC up. I'm really following the ball carrier out of spite at this point, and it's not a good idea. I should be going back mid. For all I know, it costs us the game. If you don't have a clear way to stop the ball carrier, then just give up the play. Go mid. You're doing more harm than good by trying to delay on your own end zone. So Mon here pops 4 shrouds, so I'm waiting. I am proud of that throw, I have to say. The severed tendon hits him at just the right moment after 4 shroud is down. Stops him with the super speed, and we get the ball back. Evolucil here, after some hesitation, does the right thing. Gets open for a pass. Should have done that first. Don't run towards the ball carrier, especially when they're running up the sides. It doesn't do any good. Go for the pass. Mondigo here being an incredibly annoying impediment to scoring. Not only with the knockback, but then the pull. Not bad. One bad turn deserves another, though. Why didn't you pass? I was stunned. Why didn't you use your CC break? I already used it up. We get lucky that that one's not intercepted. Well-timed route by the sniper here, and the follow-up stun by Herms. Credit where credit is due. Serath makes a nice pull on Mondigo there, and has a couple of clutch heals. I waited until the last second to pop Hidden Strike after the Force Shroud ended. I had a chance to stop this one. I should have popped Combat Stealth and then Hidden Strike. That probably would have killed him. But I did not notice that it was up. And so, an otherwise nice game ends in heartbreak. Or in awesomeness, I guess, depending on your point of view. Not mine. And that's all she wrote. A sad day for the Empire. Or my little part of the Empire, anyway. Anyway, be sure to think about where those objective points are coming from, and whether or not too many of them might be coming from last-ditch defensive efforts, and whether it's worth it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.